How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC leak discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at something extremely interesting because today we are going to be focusing on everybody's favorite crazy marsupial, Crash Bandicoot. Now recently, there was a post that came out that had a bunch of new information about a brand new Crash Bandicoot game, and maybe it's hinting towards Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. However guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because this leak could be pointing towards Crash Bandicoot being a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that does not mean that Crash is going to be joining anytime soon, so make sure you guys take this with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you guys would like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to the original post in the description right down below, and now, with all that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this leak came from. So guys, this leak was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Discord server, so if you guys haven't already joined up, you can find a link to my Discord as well as links to all of my social media presences, such as my Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon in the description right down below, as well as the pinned comment. And now guys, with all of that out of the way, this leak comes from 4chan, and it also includes a brand new render of Crash Bandicoot, so let's just go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? So guys, like I said, this leak comes from 4chan, and it is titled Crash Bandicoot 2020, and it is posted by a user named JL. It starts by saying the mask in the video It's Time to Play, and that Crash Bandicoot render in the bus posters comes from the new game coming in 2020. The game, which was initially known as Crash 8, bears the title of Crash Bandicoot Worlds. The game will introduce 3 new masks: the Lunar Mask, the Sun Mask, and the Eclipse Mask. Crash will travel around the planet Earth in a semi-open world similar to Mario 3D World. There will be new enemies such as a hybrid cat frog, a rhino, a wombat, and a rapper monkey. The game is developed by Toys for Bob and Vicarious Visions, and since October has started showing it behind closed doors, the announcement will be made in December of 2019. So now that we've gone over this entire post, let's talk about it a little bit. So guys, like I said, there was actually an image that was attached to this, so let's go ahead and take a look at what that image looks like. So as you guys can see on screen right now, this is apparently going to be the new image or new render for Crash Bandicoot in the new game series. Now obviously, he looks like Crash Bandicoot. He obviously got some updated graphics and an updated design, but at the end of the day, this is Crash Bandicoot. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Chris, this is all well and good. Like, it's great to see this new image of Crash Bandicoot, and it would be awesome if we got a new Crash Bandicoot game, especially if it's coming to the Nintendo Switch. But what does this have to do with Crash Bandicoot joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Well, guys, I'm going to talk about that. Now, if Sakurai and his team did know that Crash Bandicoot was going to be getting a new game coming up soon, that might have actually been the reason why he hadn't joined Super Smash Bros. Ultimate quite yet. Now, if I do have this correct, the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy came out before Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Then, during our time with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we did get Crash Team Racing, and although that was like a pretty good Crash Bandicoot game, it didn't sell as well as like a normal Crash Bandicoot game, so it makes sense why we didn't get Crash announced right then. So, now if we are getting a brand new Crash Bandicoot game, it might be the perfect time to release Crash Bandicoot as a playable fighter in Smash, especially if he's getting a game on the Nintendo Switch. Now, let me just say that I understand that it's not super important for a character to get a game releasing right alongside them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like, we have seen it with plenty of DLC characters before. Obviously, in Smash for Wii U and 3DS, Ryu did not come with a new game. Corrin did come with a new game. Bayonetta did not come with a new game. So, like, yeah, I understand that that's not something that's super important. However, guys, if you look at it from a business standpoint, then it is something that could actually be pretty important. I mean, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a game franchise that is perfect for introducing new players to game franchises they might not have played before. I mean, personally, guys, I was not going to end up playing Fire Emblem until I heard about Marth and Roy in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and then after that, I decided to try out a couple of their games. Now, Fire Emblem is not a game franchise for me, unfortunately, but I never would have even tried them if Marth and Roy didn't come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I think that that's something they're trying to do now with the DLC characters. Obviously, we know that some version of Persona 5 is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, with the Hero, Dragon Quest S Definitive Edition did end up coming to the Nintendo Switch, and a lot of people played it because the Hero was in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. With Banjo-Kazooie, I don't think there are any new games coming. And then with Terry Bogard, same thing. But with Crash Bandicoot, I mean, Crash Bandicoot is a big game franchise. They've had tons of different games that have been on tons of different platforms, and honestly guys, like, if they did want to use like Crash Bandicoot's new render, or even if they just wanted to use him as like an alternate costume, and they decide to use like the retro version of Crash in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they still have to get permission from the people who made Crash Bandicoot, because obviously they can't be releasing unreleased models without their permission. Now, I know a lot of you are probably also saying right now, well, Chris, that's all fine and good. Like, everything you've said so far makes sense. However, what about Sabi? Obviously, Sabi has come forward and Sabi has said that they do not believe that Crash Bandicoot is going to be the 5th and final DLC fighter on the first Fighter's Pass. They said it was possible, however, it's very unlikely, so why are you saying that Crash Bandicoot has a chance? Well, guys, yeah. I also do not believe that Crash Bandicoot is going to end up being the 5th and final DLC fighter. Honestly, I think that Crash Bandicoot is going to end up joining later, because as we all already know, Sakurai has stated multiple times that we are going to be getting a second Fighter's Pass or some kind of future DLC that's going to be after the first Fighter's Pass. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot's probably not going to be in that 5th DLC fighter slot. However, he will come later. I truly believe that. Now, for those of you guys who haven't watched any of my videos where I talk about Crash Bandicoot, let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about his chances, because honestly, I think that it's important in this video. So guys, I feel as though we talk about Crash Bandicoot a lot on this channel, and honestly, I love it. Crash Bandicoot is one of my most sought after characters, so I really do hope he ends up making it in. However guys, in terms of his chances, yeah, Crash Bandicoot has a very strong chance to make it into the game. First of all guys, Crash Bandicoot is an extremely iconic character. Now yes, before you guys say anything, I understand that Sakurai has said before that it is more important for a character to be fun to play than recognizable. However guys, Crash Bandicoot could definitely be both. I mean, if you guys have never played a Crash Bandicoot game before, they are extremely fun, and Crash could bring forward a new mechanic which would be absolutely amazing to play with in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Not only that guys, but yeah, him being iconic is just a bonus. For those of you guys who weren't already aware, way back in the 90s during the console wars, there were 3 big competitors. There was Nintendo, who had Mario as a mascot, there was Sega, who had Sonic as a mascot, and then there was Sony, who had Crash Bandicoot as a mascot, and that was like the big 3. Then a little bit later, obviously Crash Bandicoot started making his way to different gaming consoles and different platforms and everything else like that. And for those of you guys who didn't know, Crash Bandicoot has actually just had just as many games on Nintendo consoles as he has had on Sony consoles, and that's extremely crazy, especially considering lots of people believe that Crash Bandicoot is a Sony character. Also guys, it would be super fun to do Mario vs Sonic vs Crash, so yeah, hopefully he does end up making it in. However guys, with all of that being said, do I believe that this post, as well as this brand new image of Crash Bandicoot, could actually mean big things in terms of his chances for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Honestly guys, yeah. I mean, Crash Bandicoot, like I said, is an extremely iconic character, and the fact that he's getting another new game just proves that he's still relevant even to this day. Now, once again, yeah, I understand that Sakurai has said before that it's more important for a character to be fun than recognizable. However, guys, once again, I think it's important that a character is both. I mean, Crash Bandicoot would be a super fun character to play. Lots of people really want to see him in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I mean, if he got released, or at least revealed, around the same time that this brand new game got revealed, that would just be absolutely insane. So many people would go absolutely crazy, and honestly, I would love to see it. So, Crash Bandicoot, here's to you. I hope you join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate very soon. However guys, with all of that being said, let me know your thoughts about this leak in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that this leak is real, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.